Today, I'm talking pedal boards. I'm a beginner when it comes to pedal boards, so I took about 6 months to put together everything I wanted to do for my own pedal board, my first pedal board, even though I've been playing for 30 years. So what I decided to do, my research and go at it. So today I'm going to number off a number of things that you should take care of when looking at making your own pedal boards. And I broke them up into 7 things, more or less. So number 1, what pedals do you want? That's pretty important. It's good to decide on which pedals you want so you have a good idea as to how the layout's going to be and what you're thinking for the future and how you want to expand it. In my case, I wanted to get my basic effects and then have a whole variety of different pedal in a box type of pedals. So I had to make room for that. So I decided all the delays, the chorus, the flangers, whatever that I wanted, and I put that together. That was my pick. So number 2, the budget. Deciding on how you're going to get your pedals, whether it's new or used, Kijiji, Craigslist, eBay, Reverb, all the different ways you can get pedals is important as to what your budget's going to be. So develop a budget, and that'll tell you which way you can steer. So number 3, switcher. Very important if you want to decide to have a switcher or not. And then it's what switcher do you want? I'm going to expand on this. I'm going to make a second part to this, maybe in the third part, because there's a lot to these pedal boards. Number 3 is a switcher. So the switcher is important whether you want to do the tap dance thing, or you just want to hit one button and all your different combinations come together. Hit another button, another set of combinations come together. Many different types of switchers. Which switcher is best for you so you can get the most out of it? There's a variety of different types and they do a whole bunch of different things. So it really depends on the amp that you have, the effects on it that you have, and how much versatility you want. Number 4, which goes with the switcher and your combination of effects, do you want MIDI? This will help you in the sense that if you decide to go with MIDI, you can get, I have a Collider Source Audio delay reverb pedal that is MIDI. I have an EQ pedal that is also MIDI. Those two, I don't have to use one of the valuable slots in my switcher. Therefore, I can switch them whenever I want via MIDI, and they don't take up one of those valuable slots, which is a big deal if you want a big pedal board. If you don't, that's not a big deal. So number 5, after you've gotten all your pedals, then you can decide on what kind of pedal board size you want. I went with, I forget the name of it, I'll put it down there. I got gas. To accommodate all the different preamp pedals I wanted, as well as a switcher and everything else. So knowing ahead of time what you want, what you think you may need, and how you're going to expand your pedal board definitely will determine the pedal board size. And knowing that ahead of time will save you from upgrading to another pedal board, doing a whole other build, because you don't want to do a whole other build when you already have all your cables done out and your power supplies are in. It's a big waste of time and a lot of work to redo a whole pedal board. So that's a big one, pedal board size. Here's the tumnus. With a chorus. Number 6, power supplies. a gazillion different power supplies I found out that are out there. Now, what's important with power supplies? Again, I did my research. There were certain things that I found that if you have an effect on top of the power supply, that it can affect and make your effect or whatever it may be that's on there hum. So it's very important that you get the right power supply. Don't go for those super cheap ones that you see on Amazon or whatnot. There's a lot of good power supplies. You get what you pay for. It's true. Having said that, I did get one MXR DC brick, which has a variety of 9 volt and 18 volt supply pedals that I have, and it was inexpensive. I get no hum, no noise. It sounds great. I read a ton of reviews and I didn't see anything negative, so I went and decided to buy one. I also got a pedal power as well for some other higher load needs. That's the other thing with the power for your pedals. You have to know how much they're going to consume. Make sure you know how much each one is going to consume so you know what you need to buy so that you can source them. So number 7, cable connections. Are you going to make your own cables? If yes, what cable to buy? Are you going to solder them, or are you going to do the solderless connections? Me personally, I went with soldered connections. I did my own. I will put some links where you can get some of this stuff. Pretty good quality stuff. It's actually very, very clean as far as sound goes. I don't really have any noise. I'm pretty proud of what I... One big resource that I did find online on YouTube was Vertex pedals. That's what he does, make pedal boards. And I found a lot of really great information to get me going and how to properly, what to look for when making these connections. I will put a link also in the description for that. That's it. That's it. So this is what part of it sounds like. That's a pinnacle. Here's a BEOD. There's a BEOD with a flange. Anyways, point being is there'll be a part 2, maybe even a part 3 to this because there's a lot going on. So there's a beginning. Get started. Take your time. Don't rush into anything. All right? Later.
Down on your knees you drop,